What's up, guys? I'm Seth with According to Seth. How are you all doing?
What's up, Seth? Good.
Congrats on the premiere here, and the movie was incredible. I loved it so much, and I can't wait for more people to see it. The first question I had for you guys here is, what was the inspiration behind Mr. Crocket, and what shows helped mold this character? I think this is for you.
My oldest kid was the inspiration behind it. He just gets so obsessed with shows that he just doesn't care about anybody else anymore. So it's like he was stuck in his own kind of world. And I thought it'd be crazy that what if we had some type of figure that takes kids into their world and lures them in through a show. And so that's how Mr. Crocket came about. And when it came to the development of him, thinking like Picture Pages with Bill Cosby, you're thinking of Reading Rainbow, Mr. Rogers, obviously a huge one. Freddy Krueger, big inspiration, and then like a lot of great '70s shows like Sid and Marty Krofft. McDonald's Land, the intricate set designs of all that, and just put it all together. I'm like, wow, this could be like a really interesting villain that people really want to see. And I think when you get kids and parents involved, it's like the stakes get a lot higher.
Yeah, it was such a crazy world that you built, and it was like so imaginative, which was awesome. Yeah. And my next question is actually for Elvis here. How'd you come up with that creepy smile?
Yeah, it was a really interesting process for me because it was all in the script, and the writing. And there was this thing, right? When I read the script, it just jumped at me really quick, and it was like, it described him as having this smile. And the idea came to me, and I reached out to the folks over at Warner Brooks, and I said, I think I want to get some perfect teeth for this character. And I remember Josh Feldman, one of the producers, reached out to this amazing doctor in New York, Dr. Oshinsky. Shout out to Dr. Oshinsky. And he created these teeth for me. And I just knew it, and I felt it in my spirit, that I was like, okay, he's always smiling. So I figured let's give the character this really creepy, perfect, oversized teeth.
You knocked it out of the park.
I guess it worked. Yeah.
It definitely did. My next question is actually for you two. I thought you both were absolutely incredible in it, and especially you too, Ayden. For you, kristolyn, there truly is nothing like a mother's love and and fight for their child. Without getting into spoilers, do you think it's kind of what makes her so strong and connected to Mr. Crocket?
Yes, I think from the very beginning, we see a woman who's trying. She's clearly on her whatever attempt with a man, and she wants to be a good mom. And I love how that's sprinkled in throughout the film for her. Like, I should have been better. She didn't really hurt her son, but the mother's love, you feel so responsible. And I thought that was the perfect thing to tap into in terms of the objective in every scene. And it's easy when you have really cute kids.
Yeah. And for you, Ayden, obviously, you showed such a great range of emotions, and you did such a fantastic job. Was there anything that you learned from being on set with all of these guys that that they taught you that you can take on for future projects?
I should not be rude to my kids.
That is
I should be very nice.
I like that. And the other question I had for you actually was, obviously, with the whistle from your character's mom, it kind of, helped reestablish the connection. Was that kind of the point of the whistle, and it helped bring you back to reality?
Yeah, it was so the whistle was something. So she's my mom in the script. Well, I can't say too much, but yeah.
Perfect. I don't want to get into too many spoilers here. Do any of you guys do each of you have a favorite memory on set when filming this? Something that really stuck out to you?
Yeah, I love. Oh, sorry. There was one day we were shooting this scene inside of a set, and our DP wanted a very specific shot, and our producer was like, let's go for it. And the way that they set up to get this shot that you'll see in the movie that's straight on, the quickness, it was just awesome watching everybody try to make this magic happen. And that specific day was really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Favorite day on set was the first time that Mr. Crocket walked into the Mr. Crockett's World set, because he gave this whole improv performance, and it almost was a dream to watch as a writer and director, because you feel like you're watching someone who took your idea and just elevated it so much and took it so serious to like a different level that you didn't even expect was going to happen. And it just made me like so proud. It made me like emotional and made me just like excited to like go on this journey with him.
That's awesome.
You stole my answer. It's hard to pick one specific moment, but I think that being able to work with Ayden, every scene with Ayden for me was just very special, because I was constantly where does this kid get this talent from? Is he acting or is he just being himself? But he's just an amazing young talented actor, and it just really made me feel like this big father figure to him. And so every moment with Ayden was special.
That's amazing. I know Ayden had something.
So my favorite scene was when I could jump in the bed and blow the whistle. That was my favorite scene because my mom would never let me do that.
So you got to be free. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Obviously, the Crocket Show is kind of a way for children to escape, the horrors of the real world. TV and movies have always been a great escape, even for me. So is there a favorite show that you guys grew up watching, or movie that was a comfort movie or show for you guys?
A comfort movie, a Goofy movie.
That's fantastic.
It's one of my favorite movies ever. One of the best written scripts, I think.
For me, it was Fright Night.
Fright Night, I love that.
I watched The Goonies over and over and over and over. My dad would come in and be like, "You watching that movie again?" Yes, The Goonies was my comfort movie.
I liked Sesame Street and Sid the Science Kid.
That's awesome. I love all these. It's so great. So how'd you come up with the theme song?
I tested it on my kids. I always would make up songs about anything around the house, like I'm washing dishes, cleaning. It would kind of give me, it was almost like a reason for them to do stuff with me, because they would sing with me and like clean the room, do the dishes, blah, blah, blah. And so I think like the whole resonated with like Crocket being a friend of these kids. And so I would test out different options of the song with my kids, and some like I just come on testing on them until it actually stuck in their head.
Yeah.
And so the one that I actually end up using, like probably like an hour later, they started singing it around the house, and they come on singing it for the rest of the day and then singing for the rest of the week. And I'm like, this is a song. So I had like a focus group within my household to where I was constantly testing, and it just made it perfect, because every song that was within the film, I got to test on them, and I didn't move forward with it unless they were like kept on singing and they couldn't get out of their head.
So now it's your favorite song, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just play it on repeat. Yeah. So the practical effects and the creature designs were absolutely awesome, like just phenomenal. How long did it take to make some of them, and was there any of the creatures or puppets that you really liked?
It took a while to make them, and I like to give a shout out to Master Effects, who did all my practical effects. Alex Party, who helped created the characters, and so time. It was a little difficult to say, but I say there's certain actual like practical effects within it. Maybe a half shoot day. Yeah. And all really depends. Sometimes we got to really, really rush. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Last question for you guys: is there anything you want people to know about this movie before it releases?
Oh my gosh.
This movie is really freaky.
It is. I agree with you.
Don't watch it at nighttime.
Just get ready to have some fun, and watch what your kids watch.
Just enjoy it, go for the ride, and be good to your kids.
Perfect.
Yeah, be nice to your kids, or else.
Or else, Mr. Crockett's coming. Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Congrats on all the success here and the premiere tonight.
Yes.
And then October 11th on Hulu during Halloween. Catch it.
Yep. October 11th. Make sure you watch it.